What's up, y'all? This is Ron from Stacked Archery. We're gonna get you into something pretty cool. It's a pretty new product review and sort of a hack. Okay, so here we have the Three Rivers traditional only Barebow shaft. And it said powered by Easton. Okay, I got some of my cool fletching on there. It's a completely white shaft except for the logo in the middle. It's pretty cool. Okay, so now to begin, I have test shot this. I really like it. It's very visible, and according to some of the sources I have, that was one of the biggest things, is that it was super easy to see for barebow people. Like, I got to looking at this and I was like, wow, this kind of looks real familiar to me. So it comes with an aluminum outsert. So you got that. And I looked at the back end of this thing here. I was like, that looks awfully familiar. Now I'm used to shooting axis shafts. So I shoot the 5mm axis shafts for hunting. I make sure that I have the little collar. There's a little collar that kind of flares it out to a like a 5/16 size tip. My daughter's going crazy in the background. So I was like, I wonder if the hit insert would work, because this thing, like, I personally hate outserts. Okay, I don't think they glue in as well as a hit insert. I don't think they stay in near as well as a hit insert. And plus, like, especially shooting a target, not necessarily a 3D target, but some of the other targets out there, the mesh style targets or the burlap style bag targets, these things pull out all the freaking time. So, like, here's a brass insert from a hit insert. It's to break off 50-75, and lo and behold, they fit. So I would strongly suggest that using the hit insert over this. Now, I don't know if they got a stainless steel or a brass outsert, but if you're looking, especially being like a Barebow or traditional style shaft, and you want some FOC without having to go crazy heavy on like your point or whatever. Like, I use 175 grain, and then this Wenzel Woodsman Elite for hunting gives me 250 grains up front. Or if you want super heavy up front, you wanted to go like a 250 grain or 300 grains up front, you could use this and that, and you get like crazy amount of FOC. So, and we all know what FOC does. It downrange, it carries kinetic energy better, all that stuff. So, there's the kind of the hack portion of this. You can use 17/64 size field points. The one thing I have had a problem with is finding 17/64 points over 125 grains. Now, you can call like someone like Top Hat or some of the other companies and probably get some made, but like for field points, that's going to cost you an arm and a leg. I can't even imagine how much that's going to cost. But you can do it with this, and then 125, you can get 200 grains up front, which is pretty stout for just a straight like field point shaft. Now, the other thing, this is a 500. Okay, I shot it out of my bow a couple of times. Really like the results. The paper tear is a little bit different because I'm using a standard like diameter shaft, and this is 5mm. So there was a little bit of a difference, and I don't really want to mess with my tune of my bow to test out an arrow. The thing I like about it is this is your standard axis shaft. That is a 500. Oh, oops, I guess it's this way. So that's a 500 or whatever. And then this is also their standard shaft in where's it at? 500. It's somewhere along there. So now this is the part that I really liked. Bare shaft to bare shaft. Right there. So it's like 1.5 inches longer. Now that being said, that gives you a little more room for like tunability and whatnot. Plus, if you're if you're a gap shooter, it might help you get kind of up in that that 10 ring more instead of if you're if you're a gap shooter or shooting like the vintage recurve, you could with a little bit longer arrow, your face walking and or gap doesn't have to be quite the same. It can be a little bit closer to the target with a longer arrow, especially like indoor stuff where you're at a set 20 yards or 18 meters. So I do really like the arrow, but like the only thing I don't like about this arrow is this. I don't like outserts. That's my opinion. That's not a fact. That's my opinion. If they made the outsert in like a brass or a stainless steel to where you could get some FOC and really get with this style, it might make a difference. But me personally, I still don't like outserts. So that's the one thing I don't like about these shafts. Like when you shoot them, the visibility of them is like, I can imagine they're probably not very visible against a white target. But outside of that, these things are like, you can see them like forever and a day away. The logo is pretty cool. It's kind of almost like a white wood. And then it's got the traditional only and Barebow. Traditional only being Three Rivers brand. But being powered by Easton, it says on there, and I actually kind of like that. It's kind of neat. It's an Axis shaft that's got a white paint coating, something over the top of it. They really look good. They shoot well. They got a nice just like bare shaft weight to them. I didn't weigh any of them, which is dumb because some of the guys that are down where I'm from in Noblesville, Indiana, and at Katiwi Archery Range, they're part of the Three Rivers team, and they got a like sample pack. So they got a 400, a 500, and a 600. And I grabbed the 500 to bring home to kind of test shoot and play with a little bit. Because one of the other guys he shoots 400 and the lady shoots 600. So the 500 was kind of there. And I was like, oh, can I borrow that for a couple of days? And they're like, sure. So I threw some feathers on it and put some inserts in it, different inserts and different ways of shooting. This insert works. I mean, it does. I just don't like the flare out part of it. And I kind of figured, being that this was a 204, I was like, well, we're going to try some Axis stuff in there, especially being a 204 from Easton. So I tried a regular, just a aluminum insert, and I'm like, okay, so the brass will fit. These things, I think these things are gonna be a phenomenal deal, and they're super like cost effective. They're just a good solid arrow, and if they are an Axis shaft, they're tough as nails. Like I shoot them for a reason. Like I want, like, no matter what happens, no matter what I hit, like I want my arrow to come back to me. If I bust a tip up, or if I bust from fletching, or the knock or pin, I use pin knocks in my target arrows that I shoot that are Axis. I've been shooting the Easton 6.5s lately. Super good arrow. But when I shot these, I always shot them with a pin bushing. So if the front fits, the back will fit. So all the components that will fit the Axis shaft will fit the new traditional only Three Rivers Barebow shaft. all in all, I mean, if I had to like rate them, I would rate them like an 8.5 to a 9.5 on the scale of a 10. They're super good shafts. They're tough. They got a cool look to them. The length of them makes them a little bit more tunable for the average guy for shooting off a barebow or off the shelf of a recurve or longbow. They look good, they shoot good, and they got some cool hacks that you can mess around with and stuff. So yeah, I'm very impressed with them. I'm glad Three Rivers came out with this. Three Rivers they're making some leaps and bounds with some of their stuff, especially this year. They're really coming out with some cool stuff. So go check them out. ThreeRiversArchery.com. Check out Kotiwi Archery and the Hoosier Trad Archers. If you're down in the Noblesville, Indianapolis area of Indiana or anywhere abouts, I mean, we're pretty much at all major shoots. The Hoosier Trad Archers are that have a traditional side to it. Yeah, just come check us out. If you ever see I should get a shirt. Our logo is a bison. It says Hoosier Trad Archers. If you ever see anybody wearing that shirt, just come out and hang out. If you're looking for a new shaft that's carbon and you want something that kind of looks cool, look into these. They're awesome shafts. They're awesome arrows. As always, thanks for watching. Thanks for everybody that supports the channel and supports me. Like and comment. I'll answer all comments. I'll answer all comments with the knowledge that I do have. If not, I will do some research and ask some people that I know that'll have the answers, and I'll get back to you. Like and subscribe. All right, guys, that's all I got for you today. Till next time, peace.